Coming to you from Phoenix, Arizona, home of Super Bowl 57, it's the Geary, Stein, and Stevens Show with your hosts, Troy Geary, Will Stein, and Dave Stevens.
Well, welcome back to Radio Row. I got a few minutes here with an old friend who really literally has a few minutes because he's got so many things. He's already got 16 books. He's got headlines at 17. Since I'm short, we'll keep it short.
My hero, Nate Boyer, joining us, of course, co-founder of MVP and, doing so many amazing things with that movie MVP, which is one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. If you haven't seen it, first let's find out. How are you, Nate?
I'm good, Dave. Thanks for saying that, brother. I appreciate you.
It's really nice to have you here on Radio Row, and I know it's a little still a little too much for me, but let's talk about what's going on with MVP and MVP the movie.
Yeah, for sure. So, first of all, we're here in Phoenix. Phoenix is our newest chapter, our 8th chapter. They call themselves the Ocho. MVP, for those who don't know, stands for Emerging Vets and Players. We bring together combat vets and former professional athletes and help them find purpose and identity when they lose a uniform. And in November, on Veterans Day, our movie came out, the MVP movie. It was the first film I directed. It's something that I want to do more of. I love storytelling and the filmmaking process, as challenging as it is. But yeah, it was an incredible opportunity. So for those that haven't seen it yet, you can watch it on Amazon Prime, Apple TV. Showtime picked it up now, so it's there, as well as Paramount Plus. And we're really fortunate, really thrilled to have that out there. It tells a story of us. It's about a Marine who was living in a homeless shelter and an NFL player first year out of the league who meet each other and they're going through a lot of those similar struggles. So check the film out. Definitely.
So because of the success of that, is it opening up doors for other projects and other veterans and people? I mean, because you put everybody in that cast that were true, real people that have lived their lives. They've gone through those traumatic things, and now you're giving them opportunities in some of the other movies and productions that they're doing. So what's going on now?
Yeah, I mean, we want to make more. It's tough, movies aren't cheap, first of all. Our film was very, very low budget, but we had a lot of favors and people that stepped up and helped us out. Some pretty incredible cameos from Hall of Fame sports legends and others. And as Dave mentioned, as you mentioned, brother, like most of the crew were vets, and every veteran portrayed on screen is played by an actual vet. So it was really cool to have that authenticity and those people be a part of it. And we want to continue that. There's a lot of stories I want to tell. There's a lot of projects that are in the works right now. They do take a lot of time to develop and then to get greenlit and then to actually shoot and then to edit and all that. So it's a long, arduous process, but it's worth it. So hopefully the next one, we go to camera soon.
I mean, you've lived this amazing life where you've done so many things, serving our country, being such a hero, playing college football, playing with Seattle. You continue to impact lives. So why is it so important for you to give back? I know we talked about that missing camaraderie for the veterans. So is that one of the key things for you to make these things happen?
It just makes me feel good. And I think at the end of the day, all of us, not that being of service is self-serving, but it is in some way, because you feel like it's the right thing to do. And then when you see others succeed or a part of, being a part of a group that is doing good things and helping people, it feels good. I felt that way in the military. I felt that way with other things in my life. And if I can do it through something I'm passionate about, like filmmaking, that's even cooler, So I think that's the key. It's hard to find those things, like the things that you love that you're also helping other people with. I know you do that, Dave. I mean, and you have a platform and you have a voice and you utilize it to uplift people and to help others tell their stories and to make people feel like they're not alone. Because we all feel like that at times, I mean, I can relate to that personally. And so,
well, the worst part for veterans, though, when you feel that low, the sad part is there's suicide involved. We're not just talking, I'm depressed. We're talking about an impact on lives.
Yeah, absolutely. The suicide rate among veterans is still very high, and it's soul crushing, to think these people, these men and women who survived some pretty traumatic stuff, right, and who've lost friends along the way, don't feel valuable enough to stay here, and don't feel like they belong and feel like the world would be a better place without them when it's absolutely not true. So we're trying to combat that, not just with MVP in the movie, but with everything that I'm about. Like I want us to stick around because at the end of the day, it's a tough conversation to have, and we don't really know what's next, and we don't really know what this all means, when talking about life, but we do have these feelings and emotions, and we know what it feels like when we do something good and are a part of that. And we know what it feels like on the other end of that, and staying here and striving towards the good stuff is important, and just remembering those who are with you and those that would be affected if you weren't here negatively is important. So
Well, I know you got to go. What's the website, and where can people find more information and follow you?
yeah, so go to vetsandplayers.org to learn more about merging vets and players. As I mentioned, the MVP movie, which does tell the genesis of our story, you can see that. You can buy DVDs now. It's available on DVD and Blu-ray, but you can also go to watch it on Amazon Prime, Apple TV, Showtime, Paramount Plus. I'm on social media at NateBoyer37 on Instagram and Twitter, and I'm good friends with this lovely man, Dave Stevens.
Hey.
And I'm happy to be here.
I'm not even blowing smoke up your butt. It was one of the most moving movies I've ever seen. I was privileged to be at the premiere. You just walk out and change the person. So thank you. Get the heck out of here.
Dave.
Make your next
I love you,
appearance,
brother.
my friend. See you tomorrow. Thanks again.
Yes, sir.
Warrior.
See you tomorrow.
Bye. And that's the thing. I'm so blessed to have so many amazing people. I surround myself with good because they do good, and when you do good, you help others. You're living a pretty good life. So also, I got sponsors, and those sponsors have given us an amazing opportunity this week.
That's right.
Probably not listen to this, but 25% off. Go to freshcleantees.com/DSS show. Type in the show code touchdown. 25% off of the amazing clothes. I'm telling you, we've been giving them to our guests, all the people on Radio Row, and it's just awesome the feedback that we get for these clothes. And in fact, I've broken out the one that really accentuates my eyes. So, and that's going to wrap it up. We got some more guests coming up, making them up as we go. It's Friday. We're in drive time as we wrap up things on Radio Row right here in Phoenix, Arizona, home of Super Bowl 57. We didn't even get a prediction out of Nate for the Chiefs and the Eagles, but we'll try to track him down and see if we can get that later. So continue to support us, all of our friends, family, everybody out there. We hope you have a great day. Dave Stevens signing off just for now. We'll be back.